So yeah, to show you what V3 can do, I decided to do the debugging live. Okay, so yeah, if you have not joined the Discord channel, you can join. Okay, so this will make your farming much more easier. So right now you can see the screen. Please be at the white screen before you start, but actually you don't need to. So based on some people's demands, that today let's test 3 maybe. So in 3 we get to choose we get to use a nature skill for round 1 and round 2, and legacy skill for round 3. Let's see whether it works. Okay, so ideally you should be starting in the co-op screen. So of course if you want to start here also fine, but you realize I make the bot click on the meat. Okay, and yeah, so sometimes it's a bit buggy, okay, due to some lag or whatsoever. So the bot might do some fail safe precaution. Okay, so if it doesn't get to the right screen, it might go and do the process, repeat the process again. So just now it was one example that you can see the bot actually repeats itself. Okay. So it actually went to the page and loaded from the screen. Okay, so and loaded from the farm screen. Okay, so yeah. So of course I'm doing this, and all this all dangerous stuff. So if you're actually botting, don't stream live. Okay, don't stream live. If not, all your hard work will be washed away. Okay, so there's a few famous YouTuber that actually bots 24 hours, and uh, his name is called Syed. Okay, Syed. Okay, you can go and check him out. He bots until he got like 4 million casters now. Okay, and then although his bot is a bit weird. Okay, if you watch his stream, you realize he's botting. Okay, okay, so right now we're actually trying to debug to see whether this is actually working properly or not, so that you guys can play the co-op easier, and run your plugins or whatsoever easier. Okay, so right now this bot actually works for Nox player. Okay, so for any other emulator, if you can calibrate to this size, it would also work too, but I will not calibrate it for you. Okay, so everything is working fine. Okay, from my so actually I have 5 modes I supposed to test all of them, but unfortunately I'm a bit lazy. So if you realize if there's anything wrong, post it on the Discord for me. Okay, help me test it out. Okay, because the codes are written in a very haphazard way, and it's very lengthy, not very elegant, because of the programming tool that I use. Okay, the the commands that they have is very limiting, unlike in Java or C. Okay, but yeah, so we can see that it's running properly. Okay, so I'm supposed to kill it, but anyway. So if running this, remember Control Q to quit. Okay, Control P to abort, to pause. Okay, so I did this intentionally. So to use the legacy skill at the last round. Okay, so um, yeah, this was intentional. Okay, so the owner probably, I mean the host probably was thinking, what the hell am I doing? Why am I healing this? I should have just went for the kill, you know. Okay, anyway. Okay, let me just take over. I press Control P and then take over, at least for a while. Okay. Okay, let me just show you the whole routine. Okay, so make sure everything looks fine. It gets to look fine. Okay, so in previous edition like V1 and V2, they complained that the red button is not working. So when the owner decided to quit the battle and it doesn't, the bot doesn't continue, it hangs there. So I took that into account. I tried to make it more sensitive. So if the problem still persists, do post it in the Discord channel. Hopefully it doesn't persist. Okay, so uh, we all have a fun time, or rather easier time grinding. Okay, so if there's any other problems, such as if the bot hangs or whatsoever, do post it on the Discord. Okay, give me a screenshot of your screen before when it freezes, so that I can take into account that maybe during that case something happens to the game, and then I can think of ways to overcome it. Okay, which I always do. Okay, so previously we had the problem of calibrating the Eyobot, and I designed a calibration bot just for that. Okay, using the tools that I can use. Okay, but not all the time it works perfectly. Okay, so yeah, hope it helps you guys. Okay, I'm going for my run. It's gonna be 7. I need to buy dinner. Okay, for my family. Okay, see you guys.